All right, I am back having internet problems, having computer problems, all kinds of issues today, but I'm back and everything seems to be working. I got sound, I got picture, I got everything going. So I apologize about that. My name is Mike Sandoval and I was in the Hare Krishnas for 20 years. I've been out for 12 years and I got a lot of stuff to show today. I got Knitting Coat Lady, I got Rathayatra from Badger, 1992. I got some magical mystery story. I got a lot of stuff. And so I do apologize for the previous internet problems and sound problems and all kinds of problems. But it looks like everything is working. Everything's moving and grooving now. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, I was having problems, so I had to reboot. I had to redo everything. I had to redo everything. Hey, Snoggle, good to see you. So I apologize for that. But it looks like everything is working. Everything's working fine now. Let's get back to this opening and see if we can get this going. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hello.
All right. So just start things off. Yeah, I think everything's working now. Okay. So just start things off. Where was I? Oh, I was earlier. Earlier, I was doing some research, and I happened to be on the Reddit subreddit page, and I saw somebody had commented on something that I had posted almost a month ago, and they were basically just defending child marriage, defending this stuff, and I was just I just it just reinforces. And they're saying I'm not in this. They were saying I'm not in ISKCON. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm whatever. But continuing to defend child marriage, and promote these Bhagavad Gita verses and whatever. And so it just reinforced to me that all of these I don't know what you want to call them, super Hindus, whether they're white super Hindus or whether they're just regular super Hindus. I don't know. I don't know where to make the distinction or what to do about that. But they're stuck with this Vedic culture, Vedic whatever. It's just the greatest thing ever. And if it includes child marriage, then that's it. And I just, it reinforces that. Nobody can come in here and tell me anything because I see it all around. I see them all. Even when talking about something that has nothing to do with child marriage, once you bring it up, they're just all in. They're all in on it. What do we got here? Fake human. How you doing, fake human? AJ, how you doing, AJ? And hey, how's it going? Okay, so yeah, hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't. Everybody out there, welcome to the show, to the stream, whatever you want to call this get together that we have. It's so much fun. Tomorrow you're cool to join Gora Hari live and challenge that fool. I don't know if you're talking to me. I think you're talking to someone else. But uh, you know, the guy. I guess when you guys go in there and you say something, he thinks it's me. I guess he thinks it's me because he keeps, you know, he keeps preaching and bringing me up as if he's talking to me, and I'm not in there listening to him. But I guess some of you guys are in there, and he just assumes it's me. Um, he just assumes it's me. Um, but you know, it was pretty funny last night or whenever. Well, my brain shot when he took his video down, and I had it queued up to show you to show what he was saying, what he had said, what he had done, what he to pick up on it live, and he had deleted it, and it's still deleted. He doesn't. He whatever. I guess he didn't like what I was saying about it, and he didn't want people. He doesn't want people to see it. He's ashamed, or he's whatever. Um, but he is. We or I or us whatever rattled his cage. He rattled his cage, and I guess he doesn't know how to react to it. I just don't. Lord Chaitanya's Grace Place. You know, I would, you know, if you guys go in there and challenge him, you know, I would, you know, you know, one of the things he keeps talking about is the sampradaya, and you have to be connected, and you have to have bona fide this and bona fide that, and all of this stuff. He says that all the time, but he's not bona fide. He's he dreams it. He dreams it, and where in the Shastra or where in his books does it say you can just dream that a bona fide guru is one who just dreams himself into being a guru? It's just not. He I don't even want to talk about it. It is funny though. I mean, the stuff that he says is funny, and it's amusing. It's entertainment, especially for us because we've been in that shit. And so I find it very humorous. I find it very entertaining and humorous when I do happen to hear him talking about Chaitanya Leela and Krishna and Radha and gopis, and as if he's saying something, as if he's actually saying something, because he's not saying anything. He's just not. Okay, so this is Knitting Cult Lady, and this is a really important one that she talks about. She just did this one. No, this is not the one she just did. She did this recently, and somehow I missed it. But it's about cult leavers and the reckoning that never comes. And this is a really good video. And I know those of us in here who were in it and have left are gonna get something out of this. I think. And those of you that are in it, still in it, and you don't know about leaving or whatever, you're watching this, you got to listen. You got to pay attention to her. She's really good.
So I've been thinking a lot about ex-cult members for obvious reasons, and I think that there's a little bit of a stereotype that we have in America that I would like to correct, which is that cult members leave cults and then they're sorry for their cult, and then they're aware that it was a cult, and they come and they give you this apology. And I think a lot of people think that we're going to have this about MAGA after he's gone. And unless we make it happen, I don't think we are going to have. Because usually people are repeat culters, right? So, what I think about repeat culters, this comment says, my parents who are Mormons were FLDS, Fundamentalist Latter day Saints. Those are the polygamous Mormons, until that flopped. And they're now regular Mormons who also support MAGA. This is the most common thing that cult members do. Oftentimes, especially for us who were born into cults, I think we go cult hopping to less and less dangerous cults, right? Being obsessive in school the way I treated school like a high demand, high control group was less harmful to me than the children of God that I was born and raised in. And then the military was potentially, I think, less harmful to me, but it was still a cult environment. And then, I went into a nonprofit where I worked for free. And then finally, I went into curly girl stuff, which was, I think, my last sort of dipping my toe in. And that was hardly harmful to me at all by that point. But this idea that people just leave and then everything is fine is not really the way it goes, right? I grew up in the Children of God, and I am quite a public, fairly famous person at this point. And not one of those people has found me to apologize, to say they know it was a cult and they've deconstructed. And now I'm talking about people who joined, not people who grew up in it. Many of us are on our deconstruction journey. And that cult doesn't even really exist anymore, right? So it kind of fell apart in 2009. There are the dregs of it, but most joiners left at that point, and just, we call them never lefters, and they just found themselves another thing. Many of them are now also MAGA. Um, right? So there are two things we talk about in my new book, The Culting of America: cult hopping. And then in Rebecca's essay, White Woman Whispers essay at the end about finding community, she talks about cult shopping, people who are actually actively looking for this kind of environment. Because even while they might know it was damaging or they might not know it was damaging, the community felt so good to them that they're looking for that again. So often people leave cults, high demand environments, and they're looking for that again. It's very common for people to realize, oh, well, that was bad. That was a cult. That was bad. But I want the exact same thing. I just want a good version. It's like when people ask me about good cults. And the problem is, when people are saying, can you have a good cult? They're saying, can I get an unhealthy level of motivation and commitment and labor out of people for my good cause? It was that level of community that was harming you in the first place. It was that level of commitment and tamping yourself down that made you want to die all the time. It was that.
So what she's saying, if you think about what she's saying, is that everything that the brainwashed cult people, ISKCON cult people think is like all the Gorahari's people and ISKCON people and Hridayananda, Harvard dumbass Goswami, all of these people. The thing that they think is what they like about it is what's harming them. This the brainwashing, the conditioning, the idea that these gurus are God men and they need to worship them and wash their feet and whatever and say prayers to them and bow down to them and all of these things that they're like, no, I like that and I like all of the rules and that's what's harming you. And they don't know it. They don't realize it. You're going out on Harinam, being exploited, having your labor exploited. Just like all those kids that we see that are in the school working their asses off, working their asses off, and just being exploited. And being told it's devotional service and your suffering is purification. This is what's damaging. This is why those of us that have left, we still have this residue. Every one of us that's left says that we have residue left over. Some people are talking about, I can't do this, I think about this, and so much stuff. Because it damages your brain. You don't even realize it. Sometimes it takes 14 years. Sometimes it takes 14 years for you to realize that you need to talk about this shit. And that keeping it inside or ignoring it is not helping you. And that, you know what? It feels good to talk about it. It's therapeutic.
Level of mission and having to be in it so hard all the time, that was exhausting you and breaking you down. And people will go look for the same thing again because it feels good. And this is the final thing that I like to remind people.
Feels good. So, I was in ISKCON, and then I went and I joined Narayan Maharaj. And then, I couldn't get it from Narayan Maharaj. So then I went down to the Rathayatra. I was looking for a Babaji, and I couldn't find a Babaji down at the Rathayatra. So then I went to Govardhan, and I ended up in some temple with some, whatever. Because you're damaged. You got damaged by this cult. You got brainwashed. You got conditioned or whatever it is. And and some people are going around cult shopping or cult hopping or guru shopping. Guru shopping because my guru fell down and I go find a new guru. And so I knew people that talked about. I met people on Watsika Avenue that were telling me, yeah, I was initiated by Rameshwar, and then I got reinitiated when he fell down. I got reinitiated by some other flunky that fell down. And they're like, I got to find another one. And I was a Ritvik, and I'm like, well, shit, how many gurus are you going to go? How many times are you going to let this happen?
Extremism does not feel bad, like something to be rescued from. Being surrounded by people who look and think just like you and are assuring you that you are on the right path to life feels very, very good. And people really struggle when they get out of cults and have to deal with the real world and not being special and not having a mission all the time. But you have to be careful, especially in important times like now, times for fighting fascism, not to dedicate yourself 100% to any person, place, thing, or idea, not even fighting fascism. You can't be throwing yourself into it all of the time, because otherwise it is unhealthy for you and it breaks you eventually. And then does it even matter if it was a good cause or if it was a cult? I'm Danielle, a scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership. You can get copies of my new book, The Culting of America, tagged here, or listen to me read it to you anywhere you get your audiobooks.
Okay, let me get out of here. Let me get out of this commercial. I'm selling hair now. I'm selling hair products. No, yeah. So she basically said everything that I was saying before, except she knows what she's talking about. That's the difference between her and me. Hey, Eliana, good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. I hear blowing your nose is transcendental. Hey, so this guy, Good Mood 2000. Yep, I'm that hell yeah guy. I'm not sure which guy you are. I don't know if you're the guy I was arguing with, or if you're the guy that I was agreeing with. We were agreeing. I don't know, because I was arguing with somebody and then I was agreeing, and another guy I was agreeing with. So I don't know which guy you are, but welcome. Either way, we're gonna have some fun. Either way, we're gonna have some fun. And let's see, I got a good time right here. Let's see.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. And we want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, when, baby? Let's go.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
All right. So a few people jumped in. I didn't see who came in. I know Ghana came in. AJ's here. Duke of Squirrels. Good to see you. And Eliana's here. The Reddit guy's here. Who else? Somebody else? No, that's it. Okay, great. So, fake human. Yeah. Woo! We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party. Absolutely. How come that? Let me see.
I can dance. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Yay!
Yay! All right, we did. Okay, so we did knitting. The first knitting cold lady is down. And I think that's the only knitting cold lady for today. Okay, that's knitting cold lady for today. That was a good one though. That was a good one. So Reddit guy, I still don't know if you're the guy I was arguing with, or if you're the guy that was we were agreeing. We were agreeing with I invited you. Yay! Queen of Karma. Good to see you. It's always good to see you. So before we get into the president of India visiting the pedophile cult, I got a little blast from the past, and I was just having such a ball watching this because I'm seeing people that I know, and I'm just let's take a look at it, and then I'll comment on it because I'm really kind of shocked, and I have some questions about this whole thing. Okay, so just a little for those that maybe don't know. I think a lot of you do know, but some of you may not know. So this is Rathayatra in Badger, California, in 1992. So Badger, California is a little Hare Krishna commune place up near Central California. It's like right outside of like Sequoia, kind of like near not Yosemite, but like Sequoia National Park, Central California, and right outside of Visalia, California. So it's up in the mountains, like a little mountain commune up there, like kind of like a little, like a Timu New Vrindavan, whatever you want to call it. So they're having a Jeep Ellison. Yeah, well, if you're gonna be a dick, yeah, it's gonna happen. So this is up in Badger, and so this guy over here on the right, that's Madhu Visa. He passed away. Coward? What? What the fuck you talking about? What am I a coward about? Because you're a dick. You're in here, and I'm talking to you. So why am I a coward? Huh? What do you got to say? Are you the child marriage freak promoting child marriage? You want to talk about child marriage? Are you the child marriage freak? You're into child marriage? Is that you? You friggin' pedophile? Is that you? Pedophile? You won't even show your face? You say I'm a coward. I'm right here. But look at you. You won't even show your face. So who's the coward? You're the guy who said you're a smarta Adwaiti, and I said you're a dumma idioti. Is that it? Yeah. Is this you?
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
I don't know. Put his messages up, cause I want to see him, cause where are your messages? I don't see. You call me a coward and then you leave. I don't know. Say something. I don't know. You seem to be able to type. What's wrong? Why don't you go change your profile photo so we can see your face? We can see who you are, you pedophile. Probably, but yeah, then probably he probably doesn't. He's probably being a face. He's probably saying something stupid. Nope. No, see, this is how they are. Come in and call me a coward, but he's got his face hidden. Why don't you go change your profile picture, put your face on there so we can see who it is that's promoting child marriage and pedophilia, the pedophile cult. I can't make out who you are. I can't see your face. Is there a reason why you don't want your face shown? Is there a reason why you don't want your face shown? Because I'm right here. You're calling me a coward, but you don't even have your name up. You don't have your name, and you're not showing your face. So who's the real coward? We'll talk about that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to what I was doing. So this is up in Badger. This is 1992, and they're having Rathayatra, and they're carrying Prabhupada, and so I don't know if you can hear who's banning, but that is Yashodanandan. No one's banning anything. Nobody's doing anything. No one's banning anything. You guys are just too stupid to know what. These people are just too stupid because they don't know how to use the internet. Evidently, they probably got a little kid on their lap. You keep calling us cowards, but you're the one who won't put your face on your profile picture, and come on, just get over yourself, man. I don't know, but I'm here. I am here. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to you. So stop calling me a coward. Stop talking shit. You're able to type this in there. How come you're able to type that? If you're able to type that, obviously you're not banned. Obviously, no one's banning anybody. You people keep calling me a coward. You people keep calling me. I know you too. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I don't know how it works. But I'm busy doing this. I'm not here banning. I don't even know who's watching. How can I ban you? This is stupid. But you're able to type that in, but you're not able to just say something. Just say something like, I'm against child marriage. I'm against pedophilia. Why don't you say that? If you want to say something, say that. We're not going to ban that. We're not going to ban that. If you want to confess and say. The only moderator is Eliana, and she says she's not banning anybody. So I'm not banning anybody. I'm busy ranting and raving. Nobody's banning anybody. Nobody's banning anybody. You can't believe these people. They're cowards. They won't show their face. Won't put their real name up. And they come in here and call me a coward when I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here talking. You can see my face. You see my face right here? The fuck? I know, this is so stupid. So, you don't want to say anything? Once the subject gets to child marriage and pedophilia, you guys shut up real quick. You guys shut up real quick because you're going to be, you got to defend that shit. You're going to defend it. And you're defending it on Reddit. You're talking about how it's okay. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all 19 and 12 is okay. That's what you said on the Reddit. You don't want to say that here? You see how dishonest these people are? That's why these people are not holy. They're not smarta, brarta, brahman, naman, none of that. It's all bullshit, cosplaying. They're not honest. They got no satyam. They got no integrity. They don't got anything. You know what they do? Is they send me messages and then they delete them. But I get an email. It sends me an email, and I can see that they sent something. But when I go to read it, because it only gives me a little bit of it, and then I got to open it up to read it. When I go to open it up, there's nothing there. They've deleted it. But I know they send comments. They send comments like when this stream is over, they'll send comments, and I'll get an email, and I'll go and the email will say you got a comment, and click on it, and there's no comment there because they delete it. So I don't know how they do that, and I don't know the ins and outs of YouTube. You know, I barely know how to do that. I barely know how to do this. You know, but evidently there's a way to do that. I don't know. I'm not doing anything to anybody's comment. Why would I do that? I have this here. I'm asking you to say something. Why would I delete your comment when I'm sitting there waiting for you to say something? Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. I told you not to be stupid, you moron. I know.
All right.
Yeah, giggity, giggity. Okay, so this is your Yashoda Nandan is chanting. This is Rathayatra. So I'm going to get back to this because I have so many questions about this. I just don't understand. So this is Yashoda Nandan chanting, leading the kirtan. You've got Madhuvisa, and I know they're all friends because they all know each other from the old days. But you got Madhuvisa here. I don't know who this other guy. I don't know who the other guy is, but you got Madhuvisa there, old time Prabhupada disciple. I mean, he's old time, big time, old time. Moving the big doll, the big doll. That's what we call him, the big doll, the big man. So I don't know who that is up on the cart. Facts are ignored by fools. ISKCON devotees will see facts but still choose. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, facts have no meaning. Absolutely no meaning to them. Absolutely zero meaning. Hey, Rafal, good to see you, buddy. We got some trolls in here, but they just I don't know what their problem is. So I know Sudama lived up there, but I don't know if that's him. It could be Sudama. I don't know. I don't know when he passed away. That's Madhuvisa. You know. Yeah, I saw that Ghana. I saw that. Hey, Aviator Lochan. The status looks sad. The statue status looks sad. Apparently, the Prabhupada statue cried in Mayapur somewhere. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video. I saw that thumbnail. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Janaki on Gora Haridas says she knows Yashodananda and they want him to come on their channel. Yeah, yeah, sure. He'll go on there and he'll talk shit about me. He'll talk shit about me, and he'll just say everything that I've already said. But he'll talk shit about me, and I'll talk shit about him. I mean, I don't know what that's gonna prove. But yeah, have him on, because then I'll go on. I'll go on there and then have you showed it on there. I'll go on there. I'll talk to him. That's funny. Yeah, yeah, Madhu Visa. So yeah, I have some issues with this whole thing. So I'm going to get to that once. You know, I think that might be the Prabhupada statue that was in my living room. Actually, that's what that's what it looks like. That looks like the Prabhupada that was in my living room for like 4 years. So let me. What I have questions about is, where is this? So there we have, okay, there you have, this is 1992. You got Lokanath Swami there, and you got Yashodanand on there together. Lokanath and Yashoda, and the guy in the yellow hat there, that's Ram Prasad. He lived across the street. He was one of the boys that lived. He was a boy. He right there, you can tell I don't know how old he is, but he was a teenager, maybe 20 at the most, and he was living with Krishna Kumar Swami. Him and this other kid, they were living in his apartment with him. And I'm not saying anything was happening. I'm just saying that he lived in Krishna Kumar Swami's apartment with him. So it's just confusing to me. Oh, yes. So this guy hasn't said anything. This guy has not come back to say anything. He comes in, calls me a coward, and then leaves. And you can see how they are. They're violent. They're threatening. They try to intimidate, talk shit. They got nothing to say. Yeah, I believe that was the one that was in my living room, because I believe that Prabhupada statue, it belongs to Yashodanandan, and I believe that's why I believe that's why it's there. I believe it belonged to Yashodanandan, and I believe it ended up when he moved from Badger to L.A. He put it in his apartment, and then I moved into the apartment, and that statue was sitting there. It sat there for years. And then he gave it to, I don't know who he gave it to. He gave it to Madhu Pandit, or some I forget who. But one day he told me, he said, "Hey, they're going to come in and take Prabhupada. I'm giving it to Madhu Pandit, or I don't know where it ended up, but he gave it away. He sent it somewhere." But Eliana, yeah, I hope you're feeling better. Get well soon. Get better. It's good to see you here, but definitely get better. A tribe of superstition and bullshittery. Absolutely. And they can't come up, they can't say anything. He comes in and says, I'm a coward, I'm the guy that you were arguing with, I'm that Reddit guy, and then just bounces out. Like, well, okay. Oh, okay, fine. I mean, obviously you're not here to be deprogrammed. You're here to just disrupt, you know. So it's better that you shut up and go and leave anyway. No one gives a fuck. So okay, so back to this. So hey, Jolene, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here to see this. I'm sure you will probably recognize everybody. No, you. Oh, we got a Gorahari guy in here. We got Mr. Gorahari. We got Gorahari follower in here. Hey, how come none of you, when you come on to Srila Gorahari Das live and discuss? Well, they're going to be there tomorrow, I guess. I'm not. What is there for me to discuss with your fake guru? He's a fake guru. He promotes pedophilia and child marriage, and you guys too. What's there to discuss? You guys are disgusting pieces of shit. I'm not going to go. He's got nothing to discuss. You act like what he has to say is like some high level realizations. Like I ain't never heard that shit before. Like what? I'm not going to discuss your bullshit. I've heard that shit for 20 fucking years, for 30 fucking years. I've heard that shit for 30 fucking years. He's got nothing to say that I haven't heard. And if you think he's some kind of guru, he's connected to something, and somehow the nectar that's dropping out of his anus mouth, the words that come out of his anus mouth is nectar to your ear, you're more brainwashed than I ever thought you were. That's the thing. And I already told him, I already got him to admit that he's all in for the child marriage and pedophilia. So what else is there for me to say? He's already afraid to put his videos up. When I comment on him, he deletes them all. You haven't noticed that? I mean, come on, man. Are you that dumb? Thomas Reeves? Are you really that dumb? See, she's acting like I don't know. Hey, Hotfoot. Look, Hotfoot. You think I don't know about all this shit? Raganuga and Vaidi and all that shit? You people are so stupid. Hotfoot just doesn't get it. Hot Feet don't get it. She thinks that like he's saying something that none of us have ever heard before. She thinks that we're brainwashed, like we're gonna get brainwashed like she is. We're trying to explain to her. Hot Feet don't get it. Hello, Hot Feet. Hot Feet, everybody. Welcome, Hot Feet. Welcome to your new nickname. Superstitious anti-science philosophy for simple minds. Yeah, I mean, you know. You think I think you're afraid of me? What are you gonna do? Come on my live stream? Well, you're here. You're already here. Say something intelligent. Why don't you laugh and giggle for us? Laugh, giggle, and cry for us, and put on a show. Why don't you put on a show for us? Yes, but if you would be intelligent, you would feel the vibrations. It has nothing to do with intelligence. You're cosplaying. Anybody can do that. You don't think I could sit here and pretend to laugh and cry? I mean, come on. You gotta be. These people are so fucking stupid. Hot Feet. Yeah, she's hot foot, man. She's got hot feet. Gorahari thinks she's hot. Gorahari thinks she's got hot feet. He likes to wash her feet. Yeah, okay, buddy. I'll see you next time, man. You watch on the replay. I know we're intelligent. That's why we don't feel it. Yeah, we don't get it, man. They're so stuck on the brainwashing that they think that the reason that we don't understand is because we're not surrendered. We're not serving a guru. Our guru wasn't bona fide. These ISKCON gurus don't have it. All of that stuff, you know, it's the same stuff that we've heard over and over and over again. And somehow she thinks that, Look, well, do it. Just laugh and go, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Radhe, 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 oh Radhe, 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 oh Radhe, Radhe, Goranga, 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 oh Goranga, Goranga,
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
It's so funny. It's so funny. I know. Vibrating hot foot. She got vibrating feet. She's got a vibrating hot foot. Yeah, I mean, she's all in. I'm gonna tell you right now, she's all in. She's all in. Whatever he tells her to do, she's gonna do it. If he wants to wash her feet, she'll let him wash her feet. If he tells her to send her some money, she'll send him some money. She'll do anything he says. She's 100% brainwashed. 100% brainwashed. She is swimming in the fifth dimension of imagination. She is hot. She's got both hot feet in. She's both hot feet. Put your hot foot in. Take your hot foot out. Put your hot foot in and turn it all around. Spin around. Whatever it is, man. She's doing the hokey pokey. She's doing the hokey pokey with Gorahari. You can do the Gorahari. I'm doing the Gorahari. I got my hot feet in and my hot foot out.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
Yeah, mental hospital should watch Gorahari live. And I know if they did, they'd lock him up. They'd lock him up. They'd lock him up. What do I believe? I believe you're out of your friggin' mind is what I believe. I believe you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. All of you. You're all out of your friggin' minds. Radhe, Radhe, hot mess. Hot feet. Hot foot, hot foot, hot foot. What if I just chant hot foot? If they'll come right out with the big net and the straight jackets. They'll come right out with the straight jackets and the big butterfly net, and they'll be chasing them around with the big. It'll be like Benny Hill. It's a fucking hot mess. She's a hot foot mess, man. I'm telling you, it is. It's.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom.
I do not avoid women,
Sing it with me,
Mandy.
and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
But Gorahari's more like.
All right.
All right. Yeah, let's see. Oh, she does more. Oh, look. Oh, look. She loves him. She loves him so much. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. He's your life and soul. He's your life and soul. You see everybody? You see everybody how these cult leaders use this Prabhupada manipulation and this brainwashing to control a woman like this? She's got him completely under his control just by telling these lies and stories from these books. She's got him. He has her completely under his thumb. Completely under his thumb, like some kind of predator, guru, weirdo, and it is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. It's just not. It's just not. I know. She probably sends him her Social Security check or whatever. I know. Yeah, I know. Well, we all knew it. We all knew it, but she just confirmed it. He has no respect for her. That's the problem, Duke of Squirrels, is that if he had any respect for her, he wouldn't be putting her through this. So, it's just the fact that he's putting her through this.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
Yeah, like Jolene. I mean, You've been around longer than me. I mean, what do you think of this? I mean, like, I can't even comprehend the level. I mean, I can, because we were in it. We were hot lips at one. We were hot foot. But oh no, yeah, he's not using anybody. No, not at all. Nah, he's not using anybody. So that's just it. And that's the definition of a cult. Someone who's being exploited and they don't even know it. They don't have a gun to their head. They're not being forced. They're not tied up, but they are self-exploited. Her getting on the internet and acting a fool and cosplaying and acting like she's chanting, like she's giggling and laughing just to glorify him. She's being exploited for his benefit, so that he can look like he's some kind of a guru that's giving something to somebody and making. So he's definitely exploiting her for his benefit. But she doesn't understand that. She can't comprehend that because she's so wrapped up in the brainwashing. And that's why this is so dangerous. It just is. It's just dangerous. It's unhealthy. And any psychologist, psychiatrist, anywhere will tell you that from what she said and from watching him and watching them and the statements that she's made in this chat, any psychologist, any psychiatrist, anywhere would tell you that this is an unhealthy situation and that he is using her and exploiting her. And I'm not even a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I can see. Stevie Wonder can see it. Creep Gore Hari washing her feet. I know, it's so. Okay, Hotfoot. That's a really sad life. That's a really sad life if being on Zoom with him and having him wash your feet is the best thing that's ever happened to you. That to me tells me you need to get out more. That's all. That's all I can say is that that is really sad. That's like one of the saddest things. No, you have no love. You love an imaginary rock statue. No, you're explaining just fine right now. Look, you're a lunatic, and I'm not having you. First of all, I can't have anybody on here. If I could have people on here, you think I'd have you? If I could have people on here, you think I'd invite you on? I have like 15 people that I'd rather talk to than talk to you. You got to be out of your mind. You think I want a raving lunatic on my talking on here? If I want to see you talk and be crazy, I just go right to your channel. I don't need you on here. That's freaking insanity. Yeah, she doesn't know anything about love. She's got no idea love is in the air. Love is in the air. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so. Yeah, this isn't culty at all. He does not demand my love. He gives me divine love. You know what? It's like I expect to see Hot Feet on one of these cult to consciousness videos where she's talking about how she fell in love with her predator guru. She's gonna be that person on that video talking about how he took advantage of her and everything was good until it wasn't good. It's just so funny. Yeah, she's just in another Krishna cult. It's just another Krishna cult. I know you don't understand what love is. You're confusing it for manipulation and gaslighting. Yeah, it's so sad. It is really sad. It's really sad to see a person like this in here talk this way and act this way. I know. Just walk away. That's the best advice. This is the best advice you're going to get.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
Let me ask you this, Hot Feet. If you had an 11-year-old daughter, would you marry him off to a 22-year-old man? Would you do that? Because Prabhupada says that's okay. Prabhupada says it's okay to marry your 12-year-old daughter to a 22-year-old man. Would you do that? Would you marry your 11-year-old granddaughter or your 12-year-old daughter off to some guy like Gaurahari? Would you do that? Tell me you'd do that. Tell me that if Gaurahari told you to marry your 12-year-old daughter off to a grown man, tell me you wouldn't do it, okay? Tell me that you would say no. I don't know what else. That's my only interview question to you, is that if Gaurahari asked you to marry your 11-year-old daughter off to some grown man, to Salted Bread or to Stunning Freddy or Govinda, would you do it? Would you do that if Gaurahari told you to do that? Okay, I'm asking you right now. If you had an 11-year-old daughter, okay, so I'm asking you a question right now. Go ahead and answer it. If Gaurahari told you to marry your 11-year-old daughter off to Stunning Freddy, would you do it? That's my question to you. Okay, so answer the question, Miss Hot Feet that has so much fun here and it's hilarious. No, the question about you marrying your 11-year-old daughter off to Stunning Freddy, that's hilarious. It's just hilarious, right? Marrying an 11-year-old girl off to a grown man is the funniest thing you've ever heard, right? Right, Hot Feet? It's hilarious, right? If Gaurahari told you to marry your 11-year-old daughter or 11-year-old granddaughter off to Stunning Freddy or Noodle or Yawning Man, would you do it? Answer that question. I have one question only. That's my only question. Is you love Gaurahari so much, he's giving you so much. If he said, hey, Hot Feet, I need you to marry your 12-year-old granddaughter off to Stunning Freddy because Stunning Freddy needs a wife, would you say yes or no? That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta answer. It's a yes or no question. Just tell me you'd say no. You can't do it. You can't do it because you would say yes. If you had an 11-year-old daughter or an 11-year-old granddaughter that was in your custody, and Gaurahari told you, I need you to marry that 12-year-old granddaughter to Stunning Freddy, you would do it. Tell me you wouldn't do it. Go ahead and tell me you wouldn't do it. In front of all these people and right here on the internet. Go ahead and tell me you wouldn't do it. Go ahead, tell me that you would tell Gaurahari no. So let's have some fun. I know it's hilarious. Now let's have some fun, Hot Feet. Just go ahead and answer that one question. You go ahead and answer that one question. And we'll all wait. We'll all wait for you to answer that question. If Gaurahari asked you to marry your 12-year-old granddaughter off to Stunning Freddy, would you do it? She went quiet. Hot Foot went quiet. So this Rathayatra's got Lokanath Swami, Hridayananda's there, that other guru, devotee. I don't. I recognize that guy with the curly hair. I recognize a lot of these people I recognize. I don't know their names, but I recognize them. The ones I know their names, this is Vijay right there. I know Vijay on the right. I knew him pretty well. I wasn't his friends, but I knew him. Vijay, this guy right there from L.A. He was in L.A. for years and years. That guy, I think that's Hari Sari right there. Hari Sari. If it's not Hari Sari, it's that other guy that looks just like him. That's Narayani from the LA temple. That's Narayani right there. This is the year I joined the I wasn't up here in Badger. I didn't know about Badger yet. I had just joined in '92, and this is in July of '92. So I had this is. So there's Lokanath Swami sitting there. There's Sri Dayananda's there. And Yashodanandan's there. And that's what gets me, because Yashodanandan, something must have happened, because when I started working with him and we were doing the Hare Krishna Society, and I was the secretary, and we were doing all the stuff that we were doing, he would never get together with these guys ever. So something must have happened between 92 and 98, 97, 96, 7. Because his whole attitude, I don't know what happened, because I didn't even know about this. I'm in shock that he is here at this Rathayatra with all of these ISKCON people. Hey, Annex of a Mama Squirrel. How you doing? Good to see you here. Keep up the good work, man. We're all in this together. And so now that Hot Lips declared that Hot Lips said it was fun in here. She's having fun. Asked me a question. What did she say? Ask me anything, right? She said, ask me anything. So I asked her one question. And then she won't answer. She just left. Just like they all do. What happened? I mean, she said, ask me anything. Ask me a question. She said, bring me on. I want to talk. Interview me. Okay, so I asked you a question. If Gaurahari said, marry your 12-year-old granddaughter to Stunning Freddie, would you do it? Can't answer that question. Doesn't want to answer that question. Just like when I show his she went to bathe the feet.
All right.
Exactly just like that other guy. The other guy comes in and says, "Oh, you're a coward. I'm the Reddit guy. You're a coward," and then doesn't say anything. And then Hot Lips comes in and she wants to glorify her guru, probably because he's watching. The fuckhead's probably watching. Preparing a foot margarita. Yeah, foot margarita. Oh man, that's fucking insanity. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Keep up the good work, man. Absolutely. Thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everybody go, if you want to know about Scientology, cult, check out Annex of a Mama Squirrel. She does great work. protesting Scientology and exposing Scientology. So everybody go over there and give her give a like and a share and a subscribe. And she's from Belgium or somewhere. But that's the danger of the cult. So we got two things going on. We got this Rathayatra with these freaks, and we got Hot Lips.
Hare Krishna Prabhu! Jai Jagannath! Jai Balaji! Jai Subhadra! Jai Chaitanya Mahaprabhu! Jai Srila Prabhupada! Jai Rathayatra! We'd like everybody to come up closer. Everybody come up closer while we're having the offering. Lokanath Maharaj is going to speak a few words.
See, Lokanath Swami is going to speak. This whole thing is really weird.
Dr. Rabbit will be having a rap. Singananda, the Bhajan Kunti band,
Hridayananda.
the band.
Hey, Ed, good to see you.
Their rendition of Hare Krishna. So we invite everybody to stay all night long. We can chant as late as we want. There's no curfew here. Hare Krishna. Plenty of delicious Krishna delicacies at the Gopi Bake Sale. It's going on now and will be going on for the rest of the day. So if you'd like to help out the Gopi girls and also contribute to Lord Jagannath's crown, please purchase something.
Tonight on Stand Up with Paramatma Das.
The ones in front, the
Right,
flat, like,
right,
yeah.
and it's pouring, like a chapati with fries, and then it had whipped cream on it. That's what I want to start selling at the craft show. I'm going to have a food booth.
Great.
But it's going to be a couple of shows down the road. But then once I get it going, I want to do all the shows I come
You know
to.
you're on film.
No, I'm not. I'm going to make a barbecue, and I'm going to make shish kebab with it. I can fire back and mind something good. Heard.
Are you having a good time today, guys?
Yes, we are. We're getting closer to the meeting.
Getting close to the meaning. Okay.
Yeah, Guru Hari can have your Shodanandan on his show, and then, I'd like to ask him, like, what happened? How did you fall down? How did you fall down from being a Swami? What happened there? So yeah, have him on. Tell Guru Hari I'd love to have your show, see your Shodanandan go on there. As if your Shodanandan's going to go on Guru Hari's channel. This is friggin' insanity. He would never he would never do that. But if he did, I mean, he could do that if he let's see. Yes. I'm so happy not being involved in that ISKCON shit show anymore. I am too. What a waste of time. I would have driven up there to this stupid thing and spent the night in Radhakunda's trailer or whatever. Look at these guys. Hridayananda, there he is. Dumbass Goswami himself. Back when he was actually cosplaying. Yeah, that's insanity. Okay, so enough of that. Howard Johnson. Hey, I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but hey, good to see you. So that's Badger Rathayatra 1992, the year I joined. I wasn't in there. I was looking for people I recognized. I recognized a bunch of people. I was looking for my friend Radhakund. I didn't see Radhakunda in there, and I didn't see Jai Narayan or Sri Maya or Bir Lakshman or any of the other devotees that I knew. But I did see some of those characters. You showed it on for one. So there's that. That was really good. Thanks to Tim for sending that in. I was really excited to see that. I want to show you this. I found this. I thought this was interesting. I got a big laugh out of this. I was reading this, and I just said, let me just share this because this is crazy. So this says, excuse me. It says kidnapped for deprogramming, a Vaishnavi's early ISKCON story, and it says during this podcast. She also recounts a dramatic episode in which her parents arranged for her to be forcibly deprogrammed, a controversial practice used in the 1970s to remove young people from new, overzealous religious movements. These groups were referred to as dangerous cults because members often sacrificed their thoughtful discernment to follow a strong leader. Well, that's exactly what it was. What are you, stupid? I told you not to be stupid. That's exactly what she did. She sacrificed her thoughtful discernment to follow Prabhupada. Her experience, though traumatic, later became part of her broader spiritual understanding of identity, faith, and the complexities of religious commitment. She didn't learn anything. She didn't learn anything. It goes on, it says, her story highlights the recurring theme: spiritual growth is not merely about adopting external practices, changing clothes, and following the rules, but rather it's about relationships. Yeah, like, I don't know, child marriage, maybe? Through the ongoing inner work, self-awareness, recognizing self-defeating habits, and healing. Oh, you think she did it in self-defeating habits? Our consciousness is transformed, and we can authentically experience deep compassion and connection to ourselves. So her parents tried to brainwash her, and it didn't work. They failed, and she ends up staying in it. She's in it for life. So she doesn't even realize that how she almost had her life. She almost had her life back, and it didn't work. It's so sad. It's just so sad. It's so sad. Oh, here she is. So she joined when she was a young girl. She was probably like 19, 20. Look at her now. Look at an old lady now. And her whole life wasted in this cult. And her parents tried to get her out. Her parents were doing everything they could. Her parents went to extreme measures to get her out of this life-sucking cult. And unfortunately, they didn't. And it sucked the life right out of her. It just sucked the life right out of her. And now she's an old lady. She's like probably in her, she was in college in 1970. So she's 70 something years old, 75, 76, pushing 80 years old. And it's a sad story. It's just a sad story, man. Man, okay, so let's see So I got that. I thought I'd sneak that in. Now we got. Here we go. This is the president of. Okay, let me just have this guy say it.
Hare Krishna. We're very enthusiastic and happy to hear that Srimati Draupadi Murmu, the President of India, is arriving at Krishna Balaram Mandir. Also, we had the Governor of UP, Srimati Anandiben Patel, along with Sri Lakshmi Narayan Chaudhary, Minister of Sugarcane to the government of UP, and Sadeep Singh, many other high-ranking officers and officials. We were all honored on the 50th anniversary of the opening of Krishna Balaram Mandir. She was welcomed at our main gate. When she arrived, I was honored to give her a bouquet of flowers, also His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj. And as she came in, she actually went to see the Samadhi, Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi Mandir. Well, in 1977, November, Srila Prabhupada was put into Samadhi, and she offered flowers. And
yeah, in May of that year, he wanted a 12-year-old girl to be married to a 19-year-old man. This is set this record straight. This is a disgusting old man. This is a disgusting old man.
Circumambulated the Samadhi Mandir in the temple room in front of Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, the racist, sexist, misogynistic, anti-Semitic, saying that he Holocaust denying, all of that shit, and they got them all fooled. They got them all fooled.
Vyasasana, where Prabhupada gives the Bhagavatam classes. She also gave flowers to Srila Prabhupada, appreciating his glorious victory of spreading Bhagavad Dharma, Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Lord Krishna's.
His teachings are bullshit. His teachings are destructive and dangerous and harmful. It doesn't do any good for anyone. It's exploitive. It's a freaking cult. But they don't care. They don't really care. It's just it's a temple. They look at it as another temple, and it's just another, to them it's just another temple. Hey, Jenna, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of right wingers, and I mean, yeah, absolutely. The government is all in, but what it does is it legitimizes this cult. It legitimizes this cult, and it legitimizes it around the world. I know, absolutely, it is. It's annoying, and I hate it. Attending their events, visiting their premises, all of that. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Although I didn't say that here, but yeah. It's just more of this propaganda.
She took darshan of Shri Gaura
It's like, oh, we can't. Mike's wrong. It can't be a pedophile cult. If the president of India would go there, why would the president of India go there? She's a woman, and she went, and it can't be that bad. Oh, that's all a bunch of...
Which is the incarnation for this age of Kali Yuga, spreading the message of the holy name. She took that.
You believe in the age of Kali, so you believe that there's these ages that are millions of years long, and they cycle around. And Lord Rama appeared like millions of years ago in Satya Yuga or whatever. Come on, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Retards are us. I know. It's
the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Darshan of beautiful Krishna Balaram. And then in front of Lalita and Vishaka, Shishi Radha Shama Sundar, she offered an Artik lamp to Radha Shama Sundar. With great devotion, you can see that she was very fixed on the offerings and her.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's stupid, really. They would rather build mandirs and shrines instead of battling poverty, socioeconomic issues as well as health. Absolutely. And someone had a video about that. And you look at a country, you look at their religious makeup, you look at their philosophies, You look at their cultural, how it goes along with their Vedic system, and their extremism, and their views on women, their views on children, their views on karma, and the caste system, and all of these things, right? And you look at their country, and they spend all this money on temples and demigods and gurus and guru worshiping and building all of these things, but they don't care about like medicine or getting to the poor people, getting clean water to the poor people. I mean, Vrindavan's been around for hundreds of years, and ISKCON's been there for 50, 60 years. The place is still, they got roads that aren't paved. They got no places with no plumbing. They got places with no toilets. They got sanitation problems. They got the rivers polluted. They can't fix that stuff. They can build these temples of these huge friggin' temples, and out of marble, like Krishna Balaram Temple. Look at this place. They got money for this. But you walk outside the temple and it's a dirt road. A dirt road, garbage, sewer, right on the top of the street. Is this infrastructure is poor. But you go inside the temple, you go inside the MVT grounds, or you go inside the temple grounds, it's really nice in there. It's really nice, it's like a Ritz-Carlton or something. Maybe not a Ritz-Carlton, but, it's like a Ramada Inn or something, right, or a Marriott. But you can go outside, it's horrible. Trash and garbage everywhere. It's just, and why? Why? Why so many poor people living in mud huts? I mean, my friend, when I was in India, I don't know, it was 2004, somewhere, and my friend was like, I got to go. He wanted me to go with him to his friend's house to give him some money. I forget, but he's like, come with me. We walk over here. Man, I walked in this place, and it was like, I'm not making this up. And if those of you that have been in India, you know what I'm talking about. It was basically like a mud wall, like this long-ass mud wall with like these corrugated sheets making little rooms out of it. They were it was like a cave. It was like a jail cell. And there was a whole bunch of them. And this guy lived in there. That was his house. And he had nails where he hung his clothes on the walls. And he had like his little altar thing and his bed. And it was like, it was like camping. It was like worse thing. I mean, I've gone camping and had better accommodations in a tent than what this guy had in it, and he's paying rent for it, and whatever he's paying, 80 rupees or 100, whatever he's paying, it was too much. But I just looked at that, and it shocked me that there's people living like that. I mean, we know that people live in poverty in these countries like this, but usually the poverty you don't see it like that. But to actually see how this guy was living like that, and there's a lot of people living like that, like lots of people living like that, and it's just it blew my mind. Okay, it blew my mind. And when you put it in perspective, it's to like, oh, they got all these rupees to build all of these giant temples. Of course, it's not the same people built. It's not the same people building, but the money is there. The money is there. I can't keep up. I got into a rant. So much garbage, poor education, and it's like, I remember, I don't know if I've told this story here, but this is one of my favorite stories. I was with my friend and my wife. We were in Rishikesh, and we were walking along that. There's only that one road that goes. We're walking along that road in Lakshman Jula, and we stopped and we bought my wife at the time, she bought some jewelry at a little jewelry shop, and they gave her the jewelry in like this little bag, in this little jewelry bag, and like in another bag. The jewelry went in a bag, like a little zipper bag, and then that went into a bag, and they gave it to her. And she's got it. She takes it out and she puts the earrings in or whatever she's wearing. She doesn't need the bag. She doesn't need the bag or the other bag. And so she gives it to she's like, where do I put this? Trash. There's no trash. There's no trash cans. They don't have trash cans there. There's no such there's no such thing as a trash can. I mean there are trash cans there, but you're not gonna find one. So anyway, she's like, where do I put this trash? And she gave it to me, and I hate I hate having stuff in my hands, holding stuff. So I'm like, I got to get rid of this. So I'm like, I said to my Indian friend, I go, hey, where do I put this trash, man? I don't want to hold this. And he goes, just throw it outside. Just throw it out in the street. He's telling me, and I go, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. We don't do that back home, and I'm not going to do that here in your country. We don't do that. I don't do that. So I go, no, I'll wait. I'll wait. And he goes, no, just throw it, just throw it. And I'm like, no, I'll just hold it. And he goes, okay. And then, so I'm standing, I'm holding it, and he goes, give it to me. And I thought he was going to throw it away. I give it to him, and he throws it in the street. He just throws it out in the street. And because that's what they do. They buy those little things, and they just throw it in the street. They drink chai, and then they just throw the cup in the street. They just throw shit wherever they want. And a lot of times when you see a trash can, I don't know how many times I saw this. You see a trash can, it's overflowing with trash. The trash is everywhere because the trash can is small, and there's a mountain of garbage. And it's just really sad how their priorities are. The temples and anything that has to do with a cult or a guru, it's huge and beautiful and clean and nice. Anything that has to just do with normal, ordinary people, man, sidewalks are fucked up, streets are fucked up, sewers are fucked up, everything is fucked up. and I'm going to tell you right now, I love India. I love going there. So it's not like I hate it. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So no more trolls. I thought somebody was going to say something about this child marriage, but when I bring that up, they go quiet. It goes dead. And you got to wonder, like, why? Why do they come in here and they want to talk shit? But then as soon as we bring up child marriage and what Prabhupada has to say about the racism and the sexism and the misogyny and the child abuse and all of that, they go quiet. They just go fucking quiet. Yeah, lack of civic education, saying that, oh, you're in a Hindu country and stuff. Yeah, that's the world we live in today. That's the world we live in today. It's a shame, but that absolutely, man. I can just.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Rafael is back just in time. Look at that huge temple. We were just talking about the huge temple and how beautiful and nice it looks in there. And doesn't that look beautiful? Wouldn't it be nice if all of India looked like that? It would, wouldn't it? But no, you walk outside that gate, it don't look anything like that. If you walk outside that gate, it doesn't look anything. It doesn't look anything like that at all. Nothing like that. All right, let's see what this fool's got to say on his magical mystery story. This is magical mystery story. Let's see.
Like this.
Uh-oh.
Hare Krishna, my name is Ami Atmada.
Oh.
Sri Vaishnava family, and 38 generations. My ancestors was brahmachari, Naishtika brahmachari, and sannyasis. And usually when we start to introduce ourselves like this, people start to be curious, how it's possible. A sannyasi, 38 generations, Naishtika brahmachari. Of course, it's joking. In America, people, they like to joke. And when we travel all over the America, and every time we spoke about this story. And actually is completely opposite, because if you can understand that Russia is not so favorable for spirituality, especially for now. And I'm grow in St. Petersburg. It's the second largest city in Russia. And he's very famous for weather, because the people in St. Petersburg, they counting how many sunny days they have. Maybe they have 4 or 5 or 6 sunny days in all the summer. And it looks like hell, because they have no sun, and Russians are very famous for drinking vodka and eating meat. And many stories also we can speak about this, but better don't waste time for all this explanation. And from childhood, I was good in numbers in school, and I was good in math. I'm studying quite good, and I'm learning some good lessons from my teacher. They teach me very nicely, and because of that, I passed my examination as one of the best university in South Russia. But suddenly,
it's really sad. It's really sad. Okay, listen to this. Yeah, Jenna, poor guy, he needs to wake up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine your country is like closed off for 80 years? There's an iron curtain, and there's no free exchange between the Soviet Union and Western Europe and the rest of the country, right? It's a kind of closed society. You got to get permission to visit. You got to get permission to leave. Everything is closely monitored. All that stuff, right? That they lived under. They lived under that, and this guy's parents grew up under that kind of repressive government, that repressive type totalitarian government. But it's not really much better now. So communism fell in 1989 or whenever it was, and now freedom, a certain amount of freedom has happened for the Russian people, where the Russian people can now, travel and in the exchange of what they didn't have before. So now this guy's got some freedom. He can do things that he couldn't, that his parents and grandparents weren't allowed to do. Right? He's got access to information and everything, just everything society-wise that his parents and grandparents didn't have. And what happens? He joins a cult. He joins a cult, and he's living a life that's worse than the life that his parents and grandparents were living under. He's living in under a more repressive regime, or more repressive lifestyle than his parents had. So the Soviet Union collapses. He has the freedom to do, he's got freedoms that his country didn't have before, but he joins a cult. He joins a cult, and all those freedoms are basically, he gives up all those freedoms. He gives them up voluntarily. All of the stuff, all the new that Russia didn't have before. He's rejecting everything so he can join a pedophile cult. That to me is really sad. That he has this opportunity that his parents and grandparents didn't have, and because of the fall of the Soviet Union, he's got opportunities that his generations didn't have before, and he ends up here. He ends up here.
Our family member invited me to military academy in Moscow because it was also prestigious, and this was like a prison in prison because Russia is almost like a prison, and if you go to military academy, it's like another prison. It's like a prison in another prison because military academies mean you cannot.
It's like it's like a prison inside a prison inside a prison inside of a prison. If you watch the whole video, he goes on and on about how they exploited his labor. I actually watched the whole thing last night. Yeah, it's it's so funny. A prison inside a prison inside a prison
without permission, because this is was very, very heavy discipline, and you cannot go anywhere without permission, and even.
Hey, sorry about that. Easy Market. Yeah, sorry, I didn't say hi. How you doing? Glad to see you here.
If they will not give you permission to pass urine, and you cannot go, and it was quite heavy because you should learn how to use these machine guns and how to adjust yourself in very bad conditions, and for example, you should run in the forest when you have snow till your knees, and you should run miles and miles, and it's quite tough, but you don't have another choice. You should do this. You don't have another choice. If somebody can give you order, you should follow this order. You should execute, and because of that.
Oh, so I can't take any more of this guy because he's talking about all the things that they make him do. Like they don't like he's not self-regulating in ISKCON with 4 regular principles and all that. He's talking about how they make him do these things. Well, they're making you do things. The stupidity. At least, right? At least he gets a paycheck. He should have joined the military. At least he's guaranteed a paycheck and housing. I know. And then he gets a pension. He gets a pension and all that. But now he gets to beg. He gets to beg with books. He gets to run around. He gets to run around and.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
And he won't do that. He likes to worship pedophile cult. The thing is, Ghana, is he probably doesn't know it's a pedophile cult. He doesn't know about the child marriage. He probably doesn't know yet. But when he finds out, he's not going to care because he's brainwashed. See, that's what they thought. That's what they thought with me. They thought that when they knew I was going to be upset about Tattva Darshan, that's why they kept it from me. They kept it from me for I don't know how many. I don't even know how long they kept it from me. But eventually, I was going to find out, and eventually I did. But they tried to keep it. They tried to keep it from me because they knew I was going to be upset about it. And then when I got upset about it, they figured they could just get me to surrender and submit to them by pulling rank and saying, "Well, you don't understand Vedic culture. We're your senior God brothers. We're Prabhupada disciples, and you need to shut up and surrender to us. We know better." They try to pull that shit. But I was like, no, there's pedophilia going on. There's something going on here. I can't just act like, it's 32 rounds instead of 16, or Prabhupada doing snuff. Prabhupada doing snuff, I was like, okay, I don't know. I got a problem with that, but I'll deal with that later. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. But no, child marriage and this shit, and Tattva Darshan, and forgiving pedophiles and pretending like it doesn't happen or it's not, and all of that. No, that's where I draw the line. That's not where I draw a line. I draw other lines, but this line is being drawn. This line is being drawn right now, right here. But usually, I guess usually that doesn't happen. These people come up against something that Prabhupada says, and they don't challenge it like I did, because they were in shock. They thought I was going to come around. They're like, oh, he'll come around. Just give him some time. He'll come around. So this guy may not know about child marriage, but if we just like hot lips, hot feet, it's like hot feet, or anybody else, that's not a red line. That's not a red line for them. That's not a line in the sand for them. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not. And that just blows me away. That's how strong the brainwashing is.
You should learn discipline. And after a few years, my health has became like very bad, and they told me you cannot stay here, fortunately, and I became free. And after that, I understood I should gratify my senses, because when you have so many restrictions and difficulties, you want to go to opposite side. And I started to learn how to do nightclubs, bars, restaurants, how to manage them. And my projects, I take a part in some different projects, and one project became like better and better and better and better. And finally, I understood no love in this material world, because people, they became rich, and they became famous, and they became prestigious, but still they have so much problems in their lives. And I saw this from inside, because the people who is visiting these nightclubs and restaurants, they're quite rich and successful, but
the Prabhupada he's really successful in demonizing normal human life and human behavior, where everything, every thought, everything you do is somehow just sinful and offensive and evil. Everything. Every single thing that you do. You can't even, just eating. If you just pick an apple off of a tree and take a bite, and you don't say Sri Vishnu or say some kind of prayer or bow down and offer it to some statue or rock, hey, you made an offense. That's bad karma. You're gonna go to, that's wrong. You can't even take a drink of water. You got to say Sri Vishnu, Sri whatever. If you feel, if you see a pretty woman on the street, or just any woman on the street, it doesn't even have to be beautiful. You just see a female on the street. Oh, I'm being tempted. I better spit on the ground. Tui. Before I think about sex. Tui. Everything is some kind of reaction, some kind of evil thing. Eating food, playing a game, playing chess, or playing cards, or playing checker. Oh, you're gambling. You're speculating. Oh, that's bad. Oh, everything. Every single thing. Everyone is called a rascal demon, if not a slave of the slave of the slave of the slave. And that's exactly what this Guru Hari says, the same thing. They all say that it's all the same shit. He says we're all rascals and demons, and he says it was pretty funny. He said the other day, I think it was that video that he took down. He said all they do, they just talk about the same shit over and over and over again. And I'm like, and you don't talk about the same shit over and over and over again? You're talking about how great your cult is and how great this Chaitanya shit and all this stuff is. And I'm talking about how you guys are fakes and frauds and scammers and how the cults are dangerous and harmful and they harm people and they're hurtful and all of that stuff. So yeah, I say it over and over and over again because it needs to be said. Just like you guys say your shit over and over again. You ever go to their Hare Krishna page? Like if you were to go to this, you go, I mean, tell me this itself isn't culty. The comments on this. Prabhuji, Ki Jai, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Welcome to the most beautiful, peaceful ways. I'm watching from the UK. Hare Krishna, Kumarajari. Jai, another self-realized brahmachari. Dandavats, pranams, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhupada save us. It's always Jai Prabhupada, Hare Krishna. It's the same. They say the same thing over and over. That someone will type in the Maha Mantra, and then someone else will type in the Maha Mantra, and someone else will type in the Maha Mantra, and that's it. But we're the weird ones. I'm the weird one because I'm trying to warn people that this is a dangerous cult, and you can end up wasting your life in there. Not only wasting your life, but your loved ones can be harmed. Women are abused. Children are abused. Devotees are beaten and banned and shot in their van. Shot in the commune and buried under a river. And then the killers are glorified. They have parties after their murders. They have parties like it's the mafia. I know, it's funny how they actually tell slave of the slave, servant of the servant, up front, then complaining that you got enslaved by a cult. They told you they will be from the very beginning. Yeah, well, we didn't believe them, right? We didn't believe them. As time passes by, I also think, how on earth I believed all this BS. Yeah. When I look back on it now after 14 years, and I look back at some of this stuff, it blows my mind that I was like, I was one of them. It blows my mind. Everyone outside the cult are all dumb and lost. Yeah, and it's such strong manipulation and brainwashing that it's almost impossible to wake someone up. It really is. If they don't want to be woken, if they don't want to wake up themselves, you can't awaken them. You just can't. You just can't. Unless you force it on them, kidnap them, lock them in a motel, and sit there and just drill it into them. Like that. That's the only thing that works. Is by force. So I've had enough of this guy because I can't take any more. Let's see. So, but I do want to show you this. I do want to show a little bit of this. Let's see.
Mantra and meditation today. And what name do you call yourself?
My name is Bar.
Okay. And so have you been in the Krishna consciousness your whole life?
ลูกค้า Agoda VIP
Oh
ยิ่งจองมาก
no. Oh no
ยิ่ง
no
ได้รับ
no
ดี
no
ลพิ
no.
เศษ สุดคุ้ม
ท่องโลกทั้งใบในราคาถูกลง
Life, or did you come into it from a secular world?
I came from a secular world. I live in Israel actually. I came from Israel.
Oh, from Israel.
Yeah.
Did you come from the secular world? No, I dropped in from outer space. I dropped in from outer space. I'm not. Where do you think I came from? Where do you Where do you think I came from? I dropped in from outer space. I just beamed in. I was on the Enterprise, and I said, Captain Kirk, just beam me down to Earth. I want to be a Hare Krishna. So they beamed me down to Earth, and here I am. Where did I come from? You came from idiot. Oh, that's so funny.
And I came for a course here in the Manor.
Yeah.
Manor is the temple that we have here, close by.
Yes, I've been there, yes.
And yeah, so I've been, only for the last 2 years, I've been introduced to the Hare Krishna movement.
So obviously coming from Israel, you're exposed to Judaism. Of course, there's the Dome of the Rock, so even Islam and Christianity. So what changed? Did you begin as a Jew or Christian, or?
Well, I was born as a Jew. I'm still, in a way, a Jew.
So he's Jewish, but he joined this cult because and he doesn't know that the cult leader called the Jews Shylock. He called the Jews Shylock. He said Jews have been hated since Shakespeare's time. That's why Shakespeare said Shylock the Jew. He denied the Holocaust. He said that he didn't believe that millions of Jews were killed in concentration camps. That's what Prabhupada says. He says that the Jews were the real bad guys in World War II, and they deserved it. If they're the bad guys, they deserved it. And it wasn't 6 million; it was just a couple thousand. That's Prabhupada's own words. This guy doesn't know that. Guy's a Jew from Israel. He doesn't know. He joined a cult. He doesn't know what Prabhupada says.
Yes. And it doesn't interfere in any way for me, because the concept of the Hare Krishna movement is to love God. If you want to love God, it has different names, it has different forms, but ultimately it's the same.
Now, I was speaking earlier to your...
No, it's not the same. What are these comments? Luke, I'm your guru. I know. I know. He was on the planet with Yoda, and he came down. He came down here. It's so funny. He does look like he dropped in from outer space. He's got that fake human. That's fake human there. No, that's not fake human. Oh, that's funny. We came from Goloka Vrindavan. This statement makes me throw up. So I came from the cow planet, but somehow or other I'm a human. I know. The Goloka is a planet where there's cows, but when you come down here, you don't come down here as a cow. I don't know. It don't make sense. That's freaking crazy. I know. Jewish guy becomes an idolatry expert. Yeah, he's a white super Hindu Jewish Jesus. We're just gonna string them all together. I mean, you got every single one you got. He's a white Jewish super Hindu. There you go. He's a white Jewish super Hindu, just like Sri Dayananda. ISKCON or Bhakti trolls out there. I know they won't come in here and say nothing. They had their chance. They come in here and they go, "You're a coward," and then they leave, and without showing their face. It's so funny. It's like, I'm right here. We're all right here, man. Come on in. Agora Hari, all you guys. And they all want to come in and claim that I'm blocking. They want to claim that they type in here, you're banning my comments. Well, you just typed in that you're banned. How is that happening? How is that possible?
MC, and he explained to me that really all the gods that I've spoken of, from Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, are pretty much the same God. Do you believe that as well?
Yeah, of course.
No, they're not the same God. They're not the same God. Yeah, that's why Iran and Israel are shooting missiles at each other, because they worship the same God. Even when they worship the same God, they shoot missiles at each other. You know, it's like, well, you don't pray the right way. You know, you pray. You know, you're not holding your little finger up when you pray. So we have to kill you. You know, but it's not the same God. They keep wanting to say, well, how come Krishna is not mentioned in the Bible? I don't know. Well, he says the same God. Yeah, he is the same God. Well, Krishna is not mentioned in the Bible. How come Jesus isn't mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita? I don't know. Well, you said it's the same God. Yeah, it's the same God. Well, how come Jesus isn't in the Bhagavatam? Well, I don't know, because it's the same God. Oh, okay. So where does it say? Where does it say in the Quran that Krishna is God? Because they don't say that. It don't say that in the Quran. Yeah, with these same God nonsense. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. So if it's the same God, then why do I need to join your thing? If Allah and Krishna and Jesus are all the same, then why do I need to join you? I'm good. It makes no, well, because you're not doing it right. How do you know I'm not doing it right? How do you know I'm not doing it? Are you with me 24 hours a day? What do you know? How do you know what I do? You know, it's crazy. I know, it evolved. I don't even want to get into it. We'll do that on another show. We'll do that on another one. Let's go back to this fool. We'll go back to this fool for a minute.
God is one. If
God
it's not
is God.
one, so it's not God.
Okay. And so what do you remember the moment when you first discovered?
You know, I gotta say, I want to stop right there for a minute. If saying all gods are one and all that is the most simplified, elementary, philosophical explanation, it holds no weight. It makes no sense. It has no meaning. It's basically just saying there's no God. If you're saying all the gods are the same, then basically then there's no difference between them, and one doesn't matter, and there's no God. I mean, if you're gonna prescribe to that, it makes no sense. So that whole, it's all one God is all such bullshit.
The Krishna consciousness, and what was it you felt? Why did you feel drawn to it?
The first time I went to a class, a Bhagavad Gita class.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita is our literature, most prominent literature,
Yeah.
which talks about this conversation between God and his one of his disciples,
Yeah.
and they're having a nice discussion about life and what is it. So there I had my first lesson, hearing about this philosophy, and right from the beginning I felt something there is, it's something that you cannot, I never had something that fulfilled my heart so much.
Will you say you were searching for something at the time?
Yeah, I was searching for something spiritual, for someone who could tell me, give me a right view on this world and how to approach it in the right way.
Hey, yeah, the Alu Akbar, Alu Akbar. That's the new candy from Nestle's. The Alu Akbar. It's got like a creamy center with almonds, and then like a crispy thing like a Kit Kat, and then it's covered in dark chocolate, and that's the Alu Akbar. That's my new favorite candy.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
There we go. All right, a little bit more of this guy.
Why did you feel you needed that? Was there something going on in your life at the moment,
I felt
at that
emptiness.
time? Why was that?
I was hanging around with my friends, 20 years old, and most what you do in this time, in the 20 years, so you mainly go to parties, you drink, and you search for sense enjoyment. you're searching outside for pleasure.
Yeah.
And I found it very quickly already in the age of 14. I found that this doesn't interest me so much.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was. He wasn't even. He wasn't even. He was 14, and he was always. He was already tired of sense enjoyment, even though he really didn't get to enjoy. He's too young. He's too young to really enjoy his senses. But at 14, he realized that sense enjoyment ain't for me. Even though I'm too young to really do anything. I'm too young to drink. I'm too young to have sex. I'm too young to go out and party. I'm too young to go do anything. I'm only 14, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be interested in any of this sense enjoyment crap. What a joke.
It doesn't give me the real pleasure. It gives you something very initial, very
temporary.
Thank you. Something temporary. And I felt there must be something else. And I start searching. And
the interviewer's got to help him. The interviewer's got to help him with his magical mystery story. He's like, temporary? He's like, yeah, I'll say thanks, temporary. Yeah, you're right. It's temporary. Yeah, I know. The Torah is not good enough. He was looking for, he really was looking for something with some child marriage and, and some washing of the feet. I really needed some foot wash. That's what I was really looking for in life. That's what my life didn't have, was some foot wash, also known as Radhanath Maha for all you Krishna freaks. Yeah, Dickie Slavin, yeah. Dickie Slavin, Hridayananda, Howard Resnick, these guys, Jamal, yeah, all these guys, they don't care that Prabhupada was anti-Semitic. They don't care that Prabhupada was saying that Hitler was a gentleman. And they don't care that Prabhupada was saying that Jews are Shylock and that Jews have been hated since Shakespeare, and that he didn't believe that Hitler killed all these Jews. And Hitler was a nice guy. It was all propaganda. Yeah, that's why they killed. Hitler was killed by propaganda. I mean, he wasn't, hey, who hasn't killed 6 million Jews now and then? Are you going to hold that against somebody? Come on, I'm not going to hold. Prabhupada was a disgusting fuck, man. Prabhupada sat there and chided his disciples and said, hey, I know you guys are all Jewish, but what do you think of Hitler? I think Hitler was pretty cool. What do you guys think? And then an idiot like this is like, oh, yeah, Hitler was pretty cool. Yeah, Hitler was pretty cool. I agree with you. Even though both my parents died in a concentration camp, both my grandparents died in a concentration camp, I'm going to just go ahead and say that Hitler was cool. Jews suck. Child marriage is good. You can smack your wife around if you need to. Yeah, it's perfectly fine with me, because, hey, I just got out of, I'm from Israel. What do I know? I just beamed in from the cow planet. I don't know. What do I know?
So many people think so many things, and they had it, but they almost.
So many people think so many things. Dude, you got a lot of things. You got a lot of things going on in your head. You got a lot of things.
Man, I've got certain information, all right? Certain things have come to light, and, has it ever occurred to you that instead of, running around blaming me, given the nature of all this new shit, this could be a lot more complex. I mean, it might not be just such a simple,
So the different religions, obviously you were exposed to Christianity.
Yeah, I tried Judaism in depth. I tried Christianity in depth.
They didn't quite have it.
They all have it. But I felt with this philosophy, from the first moment, I felt it as a whole. That what they're giving me has a firm basics, a philosophy, and it's whole.
What is that? What is that philosophy that's firm, basic, whatever? What exactly is that? I got to hear that again. What exactly is it? It's the same thing that Gora Hari says. He's like, I'm giving you.
From the first moment, I felt it as a whole. That what they're giving me has a firm basics, a philosophy, and it's whole.
Firm basis in philosophy, and it's whole. Friggin' nut.
Like everything that comes has a full, you know, when someone talks to you, you can feel right from the beginning if he has basics for what he says. You can feel if he has power in what he's saying. Not only speaking words, but that he has the full experience, and from there he's talking. So every word doesn't matter, even what he says, it has something meaningful for you. It touches the heart. So this is what I felt right from the beginning. And then I got to know the ideas, and I got to explore it more and more, and it was more and more.
You know, and I'm gonna say this. You know, he's talking about the Bhagavad Gita and how it touched his heart, and it got this truth and all this stuff. And I'm gonna say right now, it's not the Bhagavad Gita. It's not the Bhagavad Gita that people fall in love with, or that touches their heart, or they find any meaning. It has nothing to do with the Bhagavad Gita. It has to do with Prabhupada's purports. It's Prabhupada's preaching. It's Prabhupada's brainwashing. It's Prabhupada's talking. It's Prabhupada's talking and explaining. It's his philosophy. It's his brainwashing techniques. It's all that crap. It has nothing to do with the Bhagavad Gita. It has nothing to do with Krishna says this. When Krishna says, just surrender to a bona fide spiritual master, he can reveal the truth to you because he's seen the truth, or whatever the fuck he says. That verse is okay, right? But it's Prabhupada's purport, where he talks about, well, the bona fide, how do you know the bona fide spiritual master? Well, this is what he does, and he does this, and he's talking about himself. And it goes on and on with the brainwashing, with all of those, with the us versus them mentality, the sacred assumption, the transcendent message. All of those things are in Prabhupada's purports. It's not in the Bhagavad Gita. It's not in the verses. The verses don't do it. That's why Prabhupada says, you know, there's been a lot of Bhagavad Gitas written, and none of them make any devotees. Yeah, because they're not brainwashing manuals. It's not a textbook on how to brainwash somebody. Your purports, Prabhupada's purports is what turns these people into these friggin' zombies. It's not the Bhagavad Gita. It's Prabhupada talking about it. Because when you're reading the Bhagavad Gita, it's like you're listening to Prabhupada's lecture. It's like he's lecturing you. It's like a 8, 16, 24-hour lecture. Every time you pick up the book, you read 3 lines of verse, and then you read 2 pages of purport. Over and over and over again. All this stuff about how it's touching his heart, and the philosophy this and the philosophy there. That's not the Bhagavad Gita. That's Prabhupada's bullshit. It's Prabhupada's bullshit that's doing it.
Really good.
So what is your day-to-day routine? I know that the Harikrishnas will get up early in the morning.
Yes.
So can you describe sort of basically what happens from getting up early every morning?
So we get up pretty early. We take shower, we clean ourselves, we get fresh.
When I say early, this is like 4 in the morning early, isn't it? Yes.
It is. It's actually, I was searching for it for a long time, you know, and I never had the reason to get up so early. But now I did, to greet.
Traveling the world, just arrived to a new destination, don't know how to get around, or...
Okay, I'm done with that guy. I'm done with that guy. Mentally unstable man, repeating everything like a parrot. Funny how they say their life was always bad before joining the cult. Same cult tactics as other cults. Never a dull moment in this scam. Yeah, they talk about how horrible their life was, but it doesn't sound like it was really that horrible when we listen to it. You know, he's like, oh, you know, I was going to clubs, I was hanging out with my friends, and we were, you know, it's never like, well, I was in the mafia and I was murdering people, and I was running drugs across the border, you know, in a speedboat through the Everglades, you know, with 8 kilos of, you know, with 8 pounds of cocaine, or I was running this what do you call it, a boiler room scam, and I had all these people working for me, and I was scamming my employees, and I was scamming the public, and I was making millions of dollars or whatever. And I came to my senses, and I realized I was what a horrible person I was. No, it's never anything really horrible. It's just, I was partying with my friends, and I was smoking weed, and I was like doing ecstasy and going to raves, and and then I got a book. It's something totally benign. I was hanging out at the beach. I was hanging out at the beach with my friends. We were surfing. I was just surfing all the time. I was real degraded. I would just get up. I would just get up and go surfing all day. Their life was perfectly fine. Exactly, their life was perfectly fine. Their life was perfectly fine. It was better. Their life was better. Every time I hear them talk, I'm like, you were better off when you were just smoking weed and going on hikes. That sounded like a great plan to me. Like, all I was doing was smoking weed and going on hikes, and then at night I'd go to the nightclub and I'd try to find a girlfriend. It sounds like a good time to me. I mean, I don't. Verse, Krishna says, I am the syllable Om, purport. Surrender to a bona fide spiritual master and render service to him. And chant Hare Krishna 16 rounds a day. That's what Krishna's saying. No, that's totally. I noticed that right off the bat. It doesn't take you much, but by the middle of chapter 1, you're like, wait a minute. How does that how does that verse mean chant Hare Krishna? I mean, totally. That's exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. You're taught that anything not related directly to Krishna's service is bad. Being a normal human being is bad. Just being a normal human being is bad. Family relationships, even with animals, is a sin. Yeah, you can't have a pet. Yeah, I remember Sri Maya. I remember my friend Sri Maya would come. My friend Sri Maya would come to visit Bir Lakshman, and he would be staying at Bir Lakshman's house. He'd be like sleeping on the couch or whatever. And I'd go over there and hang out. And the Bir Lakshman's girlfriend had a cat. And the cat, cats like to sit on the couch. They like to sit on the back of the couch, and they like to climb around. And so Sri Maya was like in the cat's space. It was like the cat's like, you're in my spot, man. You're like sit. So the cat would like sit, on the back of the couch, or he would get in the way. And Sri Maya would be like, get this animal. This fucking animal is a beast. Get this beast. It's dirty. It's dirty. And I was like, dude, it's a cat. It is a cat. No, man, it's an animal. It's an animal. And he would do that every time. And he would do that every time. And I was just like, dude, you're a normal guy. Why are you so weird about it's so crazy. It is so crazy. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You got Hare Krishnas know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I know you can't even love a friggin' house cat. The house cat was pissing this guy off, man. It's a goddamn beast. It's a beast. The cat's sitting there, and he's like, look at him. It's so fucking insane. It's so fucking insane. Yeah, they kill the human spirit. And they make just being alive a pain in the ass. It's just being alive. It's like you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, fuck, I just committed an offense. I know. Well, like, what is so bad about life? Yeah, Prabhupada said Krishna makes his devotees poor because he knows they will misuse the money for nonsense, but he made the 11 crazies and the other top assholes rich off slavery. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Nothing Prabhupada said has any weight, any meaning, anything other than stuff that he said that is like common knowledge. Like water is wet. Like, you didn't have to tell me that, Prabhupada. I already know. But all this stuff that he says is all bullshit. It means nothing. There's like nothing that he says has any weight or meaning or relevance. And people in ISKCON, they think he's a friggin' god. And that's the deification of idiosyncrasy that Knitting Cult Lady talks about. The deification of idiosyncrasy. It's like we voluntarily deify this guy. It's what cults do. I know they're so against pets. Says this guy would freak out. He's just a cute cat. I know. And the cat's sitting there like looking at him like looking clowns, man. I know. It's so funny, man. They keep you away from your loved ones, right? So you can't go. They don't want you to have a way out. Like, you know, it's the same thing with like these multi-level marketing things. When they get you, I don't know if you've ever gone for a job and got scammed into one of these multi-level, like, come and we'll train you. We'll train you and see if you like it. Actually, you're going out, you're working for free. Come back and we'll train you and see if you like it. And your first day is like, we'll buy you lunch, and all you're going to do is just watch. You're just going to watch. You're not going to do anything. You don't do anything. You're just going to watch, and you don't know what you're doing. And they take you out, but they take you out like they took me to like Orange County. They took me to like San Diego because they don't want you to be able to leave. They don't want you to say, oh, I don't want to do this, and then just go home. So they take you to, like from LA. I was in LA. They took me to like San Diego County, like Escondido, to train me. Like we're gonna train, but we're going to Escondido. It's like they couldn't train me around the corner. They had to take, and the other one they took me to like Van Nuys. I was like I had to go out of Van Nuys. So they definitely want to limit your exit. So you can't get out. You can't leave. And the same thing, like they ship these guys to India to some farm project, some Bhaktivedanta eco village, and we're like, we're going to send you to the eco village for a couple of months. You want to go? It's going to be a lot of fun. We're all going. And you're like, oh, okay, I'll go. And then you can't leave. You're stuck. You're like, well, I want to go home. Well, your flight's not till July. Well, I want to go home. Well, you can't. Your flight's not till July. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's what they do. I know. They want to hate on the... Yeah, they want to hate... I know. It's so crazy. It's like... Oh, I remember at the temple. I remember at the LA temple when I didn't give a shit about ISKCON. I mean, seriously, man. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock. I'm doing all this shit. I'm doing all this shit. I'm chanting 6 rounds, and I'm not eating meat. I'm not. You don't want me to eat cheese, and now you're telling me 2 days a month I can't eat bread, or I can't eat rice, or I can't, and you're giving me this plate of food. You're giving me this plate of food that's like tapioca stuff and like I don't quinoa. I don't know what that shit was, but it wasn't very tasty. There was a couple things that they made that were kind of tasty. ISKCON dishes that were kind of yummy, but nah. And so I didn't give a shit about ISKCON. I just didn't care. I was like, if I follow ISKCON by accident, great. If I don't follow ISKCON, I don't really care. I didn't care. So when I would be at the LA temple and it would be ISKCON and I would be eating something and someone would see me and they'd go, "Oh, Prabhu, it's ISKCON," and I would have to act all like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." Oh. But that's how it is. It's like, we're hating on bread now. We're hating on bread. It's so fucking insanity, man. It's so insanity. Yeah, you can't trust a person that doesn't like animals. Even if it's a dangerous animal, and it is. My girlfriend here in Thailand, she she like they love everything. They love they eat everything, but they love everything. She bought this. We had this big bag of like dirt, like for gardening, and in the dirt were these big friggin' these worm things. They're like, I don't know what you call them, but they're like big giant. It looked like a hot dog. Okay, it looked like a hot dog. It was a worm. It looked like a Farmer John. It looked like a Dodger dog, and she just pulled it out of this bag of dirt, and she's got it in her hand. It's like and she's like, "Look, isn't that cute? Look at this little cute guy." And I'm like, "Get that thing away from me!" I'm like, "Get that thing away from me! That's disgusting." It was so funny. They're against everything. They're against everything. Yeah, I agree with you. I remember when I first joined, I threw away my CDs, pictures with friends, all things Carmi, including my high school yearbook. I didn't throw away my high school yearbook, but yeah, I got rid of a lot. I mean, I didn't care. I didn't care about stuff. So stuff would get lost, go missing, and I never looked for it because I didn't want it. And a lot of my stuff just got gone. I just ended up disappearing and gone, like Carmi stuffs, like. And now here I am in Thailand, and all my stuff's in the U.S. and it's just gone anyway. My dog loves me more than my wife. Yeah. But wait, I was chastised at the temple because I was whistling. They said it attracts ghosts. See, now that's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit that would set me off. Like they would say something. I never heard that, but if they said something to me at the temple, and if they said something to me like that, I'm just naturally like this. If they told me, if you showed an if I was in my apartment at a program, and I was like, and you showed it was like, hey, you shouldn't whistle. That attracts ghosts. I don't know what I would be like, dude, you believe in ghosts? And then of course he would say, well, in the Bhagavatam, verse whatever, Prabhupada says, blah, 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 blah. And I would just be like, don't give me a hard time about whistling about ghosts. I mean, that's what, I guess I was just bound to leave. I mean, I guess it was my destiny. They trafficked me across county lines. They did, man. They took me across county lines, man, for a friggin' so I could sell shit in a Home Depot. They wanted me to walk around a Home Depot and walk up to people shopping at Home Depot, acting like I didn't work for Home Depot, but they wanted me to act like I worked for Home Depot. I had a little badge. It didn't say Home Depot, but it looked like Home Depot. And then I walk up to people and I go, hey, can I help you find anything? And Home Depot's in on it, right? Home Depot's in on it. You walk in and go, hey, can I help you find anything? And they go, no. And hopefully they say no, because if they say yeah, I don't know where anything is. But they go, can I help you find anything? And they go, no, I'm just looking. And then we hit them up with the pitch, and we go, hey, we're having this thing today. We can do this thing, and it's free, and all you got to do is just sign up this thing. Can I sign you up? And then they go, okay. And they sign up, and then I get paid. And what a fucking scam that was. What a friggin' scam that was. Yeah, I hated ISKCON. I hated ISKCON because I had to fake it like I cared. I had to fake it like I didn't give a fuck about no ISKCON. And then we would have a program, and it would be on ISKCON, and it would just be like ISKCON Prashadam. I was like, man, I don't. Yeah, Quinona trauma. I know. There's a tapioca, the quinona, whatever. Friggin', I know. And everybody's like, Everyone's trying to act like act like it's good. Everyone acting like it's good. Somebody. Oh man, that's why you got to get the good rice. You got to have good rice, man. It's always time for good rice. It's always time for some good rice. And you know what? I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
You gotta see my ass. I know. Sometimes it'd just be easier to just fast all day. I'm just gonna fast all day. That's what that's what Rathayatra. That's what my friend Rathayatra used to do on ISKCON. He'd just be like, I'm just fasting all day. I'm not gonna eat. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. It was the biggest friggin'. It was. I don't know what the fuck that thing was, man. Whistling attracts ghosts. Here where I am, man. People here are very superstitious, especially about ghosts. And anytime, man, I'm telling you, especially at night. Especially at night. If I do something at night, and my girlfriend will be like, "Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a ghost. Oh, don't do everything, man. I swear, it's crazy. Everything attracts ghosts, man. The dogs, the howling dogs, are howling at the ghosts, and there's a lot of these certain kind of bugs and ghosts are nearby. Oh, that video with the guy with the frog on his head. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I would just be smiling and being friendly at the temple, and the temple is, you're distracting the brahmacharis. Yeah, that's what they told me about my daughter. Your daughter's overdeveloped. Your daughter's overdeveloped. I said, she's 11. Well, she's overdeveloped. I know she's 11. She's developing right on time. This is how my 11-year-old daughter develops. There's no schedule. There's no insanity, man. Hey, Jude Mercedes, good to see you. I like your profile. Let's see. Yeah, Greeks say whistling attracts the devil. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, being a woman in ISKCON temple always brings some drama unless you just be quiet and cook. Yeah, people used to talk shit because I would pick up my daughter from school, and she would be playing with her friends after school. Like school would be over at like 3:30 or whatever, 3:00, and I would go to pick her up, and then she'd be playing with her friends, Sita and Nomi and Janaki and whoever she was playing, running around the street with, playing. And I would go, I would get off work and I would go to find her. I have to walk around and find her. Where is she? I don't know where she is. Somewhere she's playing hide and seek with the kids somewhere running around. And I would see her teacher, Jagadambika, and I would be like, and then we would start talking. I'm a single father, and she's my daughter's teacher, so we kind of have a conversation about my daughter, how she's doing in school, and Krishna consciousness, and Prabhupada. Just a basic devotee conversation. It was no big deal, but people didn't like it, and rumors were like, "Why is he always talking to Jagadambika? Why is Sri Mukunda always talking to Jagadambika?" And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah, tapioca and peanuts. and what else? What else did they have? It was ISKCON. Some kind of carrot, like sweet carrot. That carrot subji, whatever it was. It was like really sweet. A lot of sugar, brown, like carrots and brown sugar. Something, I don't know. It was kind of good. It was kind of. Yeah, I mean, there's such a dynamic with the women, and you know, as a man, I could see that there's like this whole thing going on with the women. You know, like, I mean, women already have this thing, you know, the sisterhood and the mean girls and the whole, you know, there's a whole thing going on, just like guys. You know, guys, you got your bullies, you got your jocks, you got your nerds, you got all these different male archetypes, that, you know, that you have to deal with, different kind of male egos and personalities that you got to go through. And women, of course, are the same. But man, you throw Krishna consciousness into that. Oh man, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. I know. I feel bad for the women. I feel bad for the women in this cult too, especially after the Rupa Manjari revelations and knowing that so many women are being abused and we don't even know about it because the women don't speak up about it. The women don't talk about it. And they don't share it. You know, just like, you know, I didn't know anything was going on with my daughter, and until she spoke out to one of her friends, and then the friends blabbed and told, and then, you know, and then it got out. So, how many kids are not being abused that we don't know about because they're not saying anything? They're scared. How many women are being abused because they're afraid? They're afraid. They're afraid, and they're trapped in a cult. They got no place to go. It's not like they just get up and leave. I mean, if you can, it's great, but not everybody can just get up and walk away. Walk away. Not everybody can just get up and walk away.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
Okay, so I'm gonna do. Let's see.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination.
All right, let's see what we got. Reach into the old video bag and have some fun. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I can dance. Boom, 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 Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay! I can dance. Boom, 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 Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
So I still find it I still find it disturbing that they have to separate the men and the women. Everything's got to be done separate. It's just weird, you know. It's just so weird. The carrot Oliver, carrot Oliver, exactly. The carrot Oliver, and yeah, with carrot, semolina with carrots, with it's so funny, man. It's so funny. Put the lime in the coconut. It's so funny. The carrot halava, the carrot halava, and the upma, the upma, man. Everyone knows. It's Everyone knows the Carrot Hollow, man. We're all laughing. We're all we're all laughing at the Carrot Hollow. Oh my goodness. It's such bullshittery, man. It's so we don't have to follow that whatever Prabhupada's like, oh, no beans or grains on Ekadasi. We're following Ekadasi. It's just so funny. You want to do Wheel of Idiot? Let's do Wheel of Idiot. Yeah, we haven't done that in a long time. Hey, let me see. Let me get my wheel up here. Okay. Boom! I got it. I'm ready. I'm on it. I am on it with the with the wheel. This is gonna be it. We're gonna do some wheel. Can I put myself in the middle of the wheel? I can go right in the middle. Look at that. I'm right. I'm in the middle of the wheel. Now I'm gonna go over here. Okay. Let me see. What do we got? Once I attended Mangalartik high on speed and coding and chanted all my 16 rounds in 1 hour flat. Yeah, I think Prabhupada used to do that. I think Prabhupada was doing some snuff, and then he'd just be like, blah, 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 blah. That's funny. Dancing like lunatic clowns. I know. Ba-boom, boom, boom. Ba-boom, ba-boom, boom, boom.
I can dance. Ba-boom, boom, boom, You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Ba-boom, boom, Yay!
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, man. Oopma. Oopma. Oops. Oopma. Oh, man. Oopma. Oopma. Whatever that is, man. That is so funny. The stuff we were eating. The stuff we were eating in this cult, you know? The stuff we were eating is called. Okay, so we got. You guys are. I'm trying to get caught up on the comments. You guys are wagering, so we're wagering, and let's see what do we got. We got Ghana's got blue. We got Jolyn is doing the green. Eliana's got green. We got Miss J. Everybody's picking green today. Ghana's going for blue, and we got Jenna for red. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got Fake Human with red and Duke with red. Everybody wagering today. All right, so here we go with the Wheel of Idiot, and we're going to see which ISKCON idiot it lands on today. And then we got Liam. Hey, Liam, good to see we got Liam with some green. And Jolyn. Yeah, I love it that we're having a good time. It's late for me, but I want to keep going. I'm just having so much fun. I don't want to stop. Okay, here we go with the wheel. Let's spin this wheel. Boom, boom. Wait, there we go. Oh, and it's Mahatma Das. I mean, we got any Mahatma Das followers out there in YouTube land? In the YouTube land. Okay, so let me get Mahatma Das up here, and we can watch a little bit of this guy. Let's see what he's got to say today. Whoops. This guy's a real joker. I've never met this guy. I don't think I've ever met this guy in person. joined in 1969. 1969. It's got japa meditation. I don't know what japa med. Let's see, what's this? I don't want to watch his kirtan. Oh, gotta worship. Gotta put some flowers on him, get down, touch his feet. Gotta touch the feet, gotta do the whole foot thing. It's just, that's important. That's very, that's very important, man. You gotta put some with those feet. Something about those lotus feet, man. It's something about those lotus feet. They all look like the same guy. It is the same guy. It's the same. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. Yeah, this guy. I mean, they're all dangerous coolies. They're all dangerous coolies because they're all promoting the same shit. And they're all doing the same shit. They're no different than Gora Hari. And he's dangerous. See, they're all dangerous, and they don't realize it. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Gentleness on steroids. I know. They want to act all humble and everything, but if they needed to put a couple of slugs in your head while you're sleeping in your van on Canfield Avenue, they have no problem doing that. Let me just tell you, okay, they have no problem with that. No problem with that. Here we go.
Thank you all for coming. Nice to be here. Nice to see you all. And I've been put in the hot seat. He's going to ask questions. So let's go.
Firstly, thank you everyone for joining us today. It's really a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak with Muhammad Rashid. We're so grateful to have you here talking about a topic that's so near and dear to all of our hearts, the topic of prayer. And hopefully through this chat we can shed some insights to the audience and give them something to take on. I think a nice place to start would be, what does prayer actually mean at a foundational level?
Foundationally, prayer comes from...
Oh, Super Hindu. White Super Hindu time. It's White Super Hindu time. It's White Super Hindu time. White Super Hindu time. Let's have the White Super Hindu tell us about prayer. Yes, White Super Hindu.
A position of helplessness. That we want to achieve something, we need something, but we can't do it on our own. We need help. So whenever you're in a situation where you need to achieve something that on your own you can't achieve, you need to acquire something, alter a situation, you just feel in some way helpless, that's where prayer comes from. Because otherwise, why prayer? Why pray? You can do it.
Okay, but what does prayer actually do when you pray? Is there any evidence that prayer actually does something?
You don't need help. You know, it's like you don't pray to God to do the laundry. Please help me. You know, put the clothes
Why
in
not?
the machine.
Why not? Well, I mean, if prayer works, and it's because you need something, then why not? Why not pray that my clothes get washed by themselves and I don't have to do it? Why not?
That's simple. It's when you're confronted with what you feel basically helpless in achieving that you pray.
Okay, but because I feel helpless, what my helpless situation doesn't make the prayer work. There are a lot of people that are in helpless situations. Loved ones are dying of some disease or in some tragic event, and people are praying like crazy, and that prayer doesn't do anything. Now, it might make you feel better. Like you personally, I prayed. You know, I prayed. I sent out good vibes. Okay, that's nice. But what is it actually doing? What is it actually doing? And you're giving false hope as a holy man. Why are you saying I can't pray for my clothes to be washed in the laundry in the washing machine? I still don't understand that.
And it's interesting also because one of the prime qualities of someone who's evolved spiritually is they feel helpless. The more you advance.
He's got that knee moving. He's got that knee moving, which I'm not a body language expert, but that tells me he's nervous about his answer.
Spiritually, the more you feel helpless. And if you think about it, if you want to develop a relationship with God based on love, that's not easy because we love everything. We love everything but God.
No, you don't. You don't love anything. You don't love anything but your statue and your nonsense. Okay, I'm done with this guy. I gotta do this one.
Hell! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
All right. Where's my background? There we go. All right. Where they pray giggity Hari, giggity das, oh giggity das there. Where he comes down and with doves and angels pouring out of the foot fungus smooth. Yeah, so giggity das, Gora giggity. He's Gora giggity and hot feet. Yeah, you know. ISKCON men don't know how to talk to women who aren't in it. They don't know how to talk to women in ISKCON. They don't know, and they don't know how to talk to women in ISKCON. They got to go get introduced and have things arranged, and so they don't. Guys, and once they go through that brainwashing, it's like it sucks all the common sense out of their head. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to do anything. This is crazy. Achieve something. It's called work. Buddha said if prayer works, then everyone would be healthy and wealthy. I know it's just, and I don't mean to like shit on anybody's religion or shit on anybody's practices. If people want to pray and it makes you feel good because you're praying, then do it. But if you think your prayer is going up and God is hearing it and he's like deciding, let me see, should I answer that prayer? Nah. That's not happening. That to me that's just not happening. But that doesn't mean that prayer that doesn't mean that prayer doesn't serve a purpose. I mean, we all like to think, I don't think that prayers work, but there are times when I'm like, I hope that I pray that it's like, I know that he's not up there listening, but it makes me feel like, I am helpless and I realize that helpless. I understand my helpless situation. Like when my dog, when the veterinarian called me and told me that I thought my dog was just having his teeth pulled out. No, he had cancer. He had a tumor in his mouth, and the veterinarian called me and said, "Your dog has cancer. He's gonna die. There's nothing I can do." And I went nuts. I lost it. I was crying. This was Christmas Eve. This was Christmas Eve, and I had to go. He's like, "You can come pick him up now. You can come pick him up." I removed as much of the tumor as I could get, but you have to start thinking about, putting him to sleep, because it's not good. And I was hysterical. I called my daughter. I was like, oh, my doggy's gonna die, and it was horrible. And I was like praying. I was like, oh God, please, God, if you could do something, But I knew that God, there's no God. I know that God wasn't gonna say, oh yeah, let me fix little Chico. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. But it made me feel like, I'm helpless. God, please save my dog. So I understand, I understand the mood, and I understand that helplessness. I understand all of that, and I do it. I did it myself. So but yes, if prayers work, my little Chico would still be here. Okay, that's what I'm saying. My little Chico would still be here. He wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had. It was sad. It was really sad. Yeah, they're the most hateful people. They're the most hateful people on the planet. And look what he says. Look what he says right here. We love everything. We love everything. We love everything. We love everything but God. He's talking about karmis love everything but God, and that they love everything. You guys don't love anything. You don't love anything. You don't love anybody. You don't even love each other. You don't even love each other. All you love are your statues and your little statues, your little rocks, your little stones, your little rocks. Yeah, they talk at women. Absolutely, man. You're absolutely right. They talk at women. Exactly, man. They talk at women. Yeah, I pray. Very therapeutic. I don't expect anything. Sometimes a good thing happens. Sometimes you pray, oh God, I hope I pray that cop doesn't pull me over, and then the cop doesn't pull me over. I don't think that God intervened and was like, that's not the droids you're looking for. I don't believe that anything like that happened. But it is very therapeutic, Yeah, it was so sad. I mean, I think about it now and I get sad. I think about it now and I get very sad. It was one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had. It really was. Yeah, it was really sad. It was really sad, man. I thank you so much, because it was really a horrible thing. Yeah, I spent money on that dog to get, because he had to have some teeth pulled out. That's why, it went that way. He had some teeth pulled out, and everything was okay. And then and the dentist told me, the vet said, he's going to need some more pulled out because they're really bad. We're going to need to pull out some more teeth, maybe in a couple of months. Well, 6 months later, 8 months later, he started bleeding. And so I was like, oh, it's his tooth. And so I took him in thinking that he needed, and I told him he had teeth pulled, and now I think he's got some other, and I thought it was just a tooth. And no, it was cancer. And he only lived 2 months. He lived for another 2 months, and I had to put him down. It was horrible. But anyway, I don't want to leave on a sad. I don't want to leave it. No, I don't want to leave on a sad thing. I want to leave on something. I want to leave on something fun. I want to leave on something fun and happy. Thank you so much. He was such a cute little guy.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
I gotta leave on something fun. Let's look at this just for fun. I don't want to think about my dog anymore. Okay. All right. So that was fun. So that was Bert and Ernie G and Kermit, Rada and Kermit and
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
You do it, and then you'll know. You do it. You do it, and then you'll know. You chant, and then you'll know. That's what they say. That's what I like to say. Yeah, you got to feed your toys. You gotta feed and dress your toys. So listen, everybody. I want to thank you. I had so much fun tonight. It is so much fun for me. This is the best part of my day. I do have other parts, but this is definitely this is definitely the best part of the day. And I can't thank you guys enough. And all you viewers out there, I hope you learned something about cults, and I hope you can have fun with us. Come back and join us again. Everybody's welcome. Come back and join us again. And you'll learn about cults. You'll learn about Krishna cults, and we'll just have a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun, and we'll spin the wheel, and we'll watch videos, and we'll do all that. Maybe we'll order some pizza. Maybe we'll order some pizza. Have a pizza party, and next time we'll just do a video party, and then we'll have to do an uninitiation ceremony. So everybody, I want to thank you so much for joining in today. It's been great. Everybody have a great evening, a great morning, great afternoon, great night, a great day, if you're hungry, have a great brunch, and everybody have some great luck, and please stay out of a cult. And if you want to send me some videos, you find some videos you want me to check out and we can all watch together, go ahead and send them over to me. You can contact me at where's my thing here? You can visit me on the web at itsmikesandoval.com, and you can contact me there, and you can send me some video links, and I'll check them out, and it'll be a lot of fun. So you can do that. So everybody, I'll see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And what else is there to say? Oh yeah, you can watch me as a Hare Krishna a long time ago. Here you go, everybody. Thanks.
I can dance. Boo, 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 Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boo, 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 yeah.